Hey guys, this is Feeder, and I'm going to be watching a Defense 3 game here of Team Liquid vs 3D Max, and I'm hopefully going to watch the entire series. It should be 3 games if nobody wins the first 2. Of course, if someone wins the first 2, then it'll just be 2 games. And 3D Max, by the way, coming out of... They started in the upper bracket, and they got beat there by No Tidehunter. And Liquid, of course, started actually in the lower bracket, and they won their game. So they're coming in sort of from very different places, and it should be interesting to see sort of what happens here in this series of games. So in any case, looks like they're at the picks and bans screen, so I'm going to get us in there and get rid of that.
5 seconds remaining.
And we'll see. Take it a little while in their first ban, Team Liquid. Not really sure. I saw the final game between 3D Max and No Tidehunter that did go 2-3 games, and they were defeated, of course, in the third game. But a really good team. Team Liquid performing not as well in the group stage, but did pretty well against Redefining Madness. So, and I did not see those games, so I guess I'll be interested to see how Team Liquid plays. Not sure I saw any of their group stage games either. I might have been at school during the day when those were going on. In any case, bans have started here. We have an Undying ban from Team Liquid, followed up by a Neeks Assassin ban. So Undying, he's been banned a lot recently, and I assume that's because of his ability to sap strength away, and also to lay down a nasty tombstone. Neeks Assassin just banned all over the place. He's a very ganky support, a very good support hero, and a great first round banned. Again, another awesome support hero getting banned out is Kodal, Keeper of the Light, giving all that mana, spamming all those ponies, and just making a general nuisance of himself. And Batrider also making a huge nuisance of himself, very good at ganking. And really an excellent mid
10
hero
seconds remaining.
Whose AoE and ability to fly over ledges and stuff doesn't
5 seconds
hurt
remaining.
either. So first pick is a Wisp for Team Liquid. Excellent support hero, lots of map presence, the ability to give regen to the carry and make them super fast with overcharge. Kind of a big deal, just a little bit. Not a lot of push on Wisp, but he's worth it. They're sort of push late game actually. The fact that he can sort of bring in a carry for 12 seconds who can just eat up a tower, backdoor a tower, and then port back out. So late game push, but that's not really push in the sense that's very useful. Darkseer and Rubik getting picked up for supports for 3D Max. Darkseer, another super useful support. He does have a lot of push, and he's also very well able to solo a lane or jungle, so he can sort of stay out of the way if need be. And of course, the vacuum and wall of replica, very good for team fights. Oh wow, I can't wait to... Well, Rubik, of course, null field, awesome. He's got the telekinesis, so good positional ability. Might combo well with Darkseer's vacuum and wall. In any case, Chaos Knight getting picked up, and that is going to be a Wisp Chaos Knight sort of pair. Wisp will probably rarely leave his side, and they will be a terrifying pair of stun. There's just going to be lots of stun, and that's awesome. Stun is so big, and Chaos Knight does that a lot, and of course Wisp helps, so just awesome. Sounds good to me. Visage, or Visage, I don't even know how to say his name. I'm going to call him Visage. He is a hero that I have honestly maybe seen in a game like 10 times, and I've played a lot of games of Dota. Shocking, like maybe 7% or less of the games that I've played have I seen this guy. So I'm not going to really talk about him because I don't know. I know he has the little guys that fly around with him, and that must be his ultimate. Let's see. I think he's a good team fight hero from what I've heard. Anyway, I'll take a further look at that if I have time at some point. So I don't want to give you false information, so I won't. Magnus getting picked up for 3D Max, and that's just going to combo great with the Darkseer and the Rubik. More team fight, more scooping people all into one spot. They just need to be able to do some damage once they get the other team all together, and I'm sure they will pick a carry that is fully capable of that. Banning Lifestealer, Team Liquid, a carry that's been all over the place this tournament. He's a pretty awesome pickup. He could probably eat Wisp in like 2 bites. So, fine ban from them, and a Queen of Pain ban coming out from 3D Max. Team Liquid are already all set with a carry. They've got a support, maybe
remaining.
2 supports. I'm not really sure even how Visage gets played. So, again, I'm really sorry.
Remaining.
Big gap in my knowledge right there with this hero. But they've already got... they're not probably going to mid him, so we're going to see some mid bans coming from 3D Max. That's what they really need to take off of the table. Gyrocopter getting banned by Team Liquid. A hero that's been played in almost every role. Very cool, very versatile. Not wanting to see him carrying for 3D Max today. So a Templar Assassin ban, another mid ganker. So I think they're just going to keep banning those mid gankers. And keep Team Liquid's choices a little bit limited on what to do with the mid there. Not sure what they're planning to pick up either. This just totally threw me off here. So let's take a look. I mean, let's just look together. I'm sure you already know, so that's just embarrassing, but whatever. Drains movement and attack speed. Gain it for himself. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So he can sort of steal that ban of Bane, by the way. Not sure where that's coming from, but whatever. They don't want that combo with all this other sort of disable-y, sucky and stuff, so maybe that's what that is. Soul Assumption. Damages target unit based on the number of soul charges, and gains a soul charge when damaged. Yeah, okay, so this is probably why he's a team fight hero. He does a lot of damage if a lot of people have been damaged around him, so that makes good sense. Outworld ban, that's kind of cool. He could be played as a mid hero, probably very effective against Magnus, but I'm not sure he would do much against Darkseer and Rubik, so maybe we'll see like a tiny or some sort of heavy strength hero being picked, or Sven perhaps as their carry. That would make that ban make a lot more sense, but we'll see. And that would be why they banned it last, so that Team Liquid didn't have a chance to ban those. I'll be curious to see who they pick up for that.
5 seconds remaining.
And Gravekeeper's Cloak. If he receives damage, 1 layer is removed. It takes time to... Oh, cool. Okay, so this is sort of building up resistance, unless he's attacked, which like takes it back off. That makes sense. That's pretty cool. Tinker, going to be the mid pickup for Team Liquid. Excellent pushing. That makes up for the fact that Wisp really can't. I bet Visage can, by the way, with his familiars. He's probably a better pusher than most. But Tinker is just awesome. Once you get him farmed up to his Boots of Travel, and that will happen pretty easily for whoever's going to be taking him in the mid, I'm sure. You can just be all over the map and really send those machines marching through the creep waves and keeping those towers pushed. Of course, the fact that he has giant nukes does not hurt either. And laser beams, which cause miss of physical attacks. All physical attacks, by the way, for 3 seconds can be a huge deal against a carry, even in the late game. That's 3 seconds where they can't right-click you. So it's not quite a Ghost Scepter, but the Ghost Scepter doesn't do damage when you hit it, and Tinker can still do stuff. He can still attack back, so it's pretty neat. Nice ability, and I think a lot of people don't use it that way, so think about it. Jakiro gonna be picked up for 3D Max, and this is just team fight. Team fight AoE that we're looking at coming from them. We'll see. The last game I saw that had a team fight versus stuns, the team fight lost. So, of course, Team Liquid isn't going full stuns here, so perhaps 3D Max will be able to use their team fight without worrying about that. But that's a lot of team fight. So, of course, Wall of Ice, or Ice Wall, whatever the stupid ability is called. Ice Path. Ice Path. Ice Wall is Invoker's stuff. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I don't know why I cast games if I can't talk, but whatever. So, Jakiro can Ice Path people, Magnus can reverse polarity and skewer them, Rubik can lift them in the air with telekinesis, and Darkseer can vacuum them. So, this is a lot of just moving the other team around, and that could suck a lot for Team Liquid. Windrunner, the final pickup, and there is a hero with stuns, a good support hero. With a little bit of push, she can push towers very nicely with her Focus Fire, her ultimate. and she's pretty good at cleaning up creep waves as well with the power shot. Of course, Wind Run gives her a little bit of an escape as well, so she's a really good choice for a solo off lane. We're still waiting for the carry from 3D Max. I'm pretty curious why they banned Outworld Destroyer. Outworld Devourer. They keep changing his name. Outworld Devourer. They banned him. So I really want to see a strength carry, or else I'm confused. Come on, pick Sven. You know you want to. You know you want that stun. That cleave. That cleave and that stun. Do it. Tiny wouldn't hurt either. Although, without Wisp he can never attack fast enough. It just seems to me. He can never attack fast enough. He can get a lot of Hyper Stones. I guess that would offset that, but I don't know. Don't know what they're gonna pick here, and I think they must not know what they're gonna pick. There's no reason for them to be delaying it if they do know. Maybe someone's AFK getting a drink or something like that. That would be a decent reason. So I'm gonna keep an eye on Visage this game. Hopefully learn a thing or two. Maybe
10
not.
seconds remaining.
Of course, Wisp and Chaos Knight are gonna be where it's at on Team Liquid.
5 seconds.
Anti-mage.
Anti-Mage, okay. Interesting pick. It's probably going to work well against Visage, Windrunner, especially against Tinker, who is just Mana Fest 2000. Not so awesome, just straight up for Chaos Knight, but he basically eats the rest of their team. So, pretty interesting pick. He will hopefully make use of the team fight that they have. And hopefully the team fight that they have will be able to keep them off Anti-Mage's farm for a while in the beginning of the game, because that hero needs so much farm, it's not even funny. Anti-Mage. Hard carry. I'm just gonna switch over here so that once it goes into game, there's no distracting video over on the side there. And I'm sorry, I think a few games I forgot to do that, so that was sort of lame. So I did remember this time. Let's take a look at the teams here. Team Liquid's going to be playing the Radiant side. We have IX Mike, I'm going to call you Mike, on the Wisp. TC is playing Chaos Knight. Fluff is going to be playing Visage. Korok on the Windrunner. And Bulba will be playing Tinker. For the Dire side, 3D Max, we have Razor Noya on Anti-Mage. Oh, that's their, like, tag thing. Sorry, Noya is Anti-Mage. Buller on Jakiro. Ace is going to be playing Darkseer, and we're going to see a fight, maybe. No? Yes? No? What do you think, Chaos Knight? Okay, no, he's just going to drop a word and leave. Ace is on the Darkseer. Rotten is playing Magnus, and Hyuk is going to be on Rubik with this gorgeous Rubik set.
30 seconds.
Look at that. He's all shiny and stuff. That's pretty cool. So anyone that's seen any of my other casts knows that I love swag. By the way, the Simple Donkey will be carrying the stuff for 3D Max, and this lovely golden baby Roshan will be carrying the Radiant items this game. Yes, I love couriers and I love swag. So what?
The battle
So
begins.
what? Korok looking for the rune, but Darkseer is picking that up, so he will go invisible. Not that that's particularly terrifying. Darkseer at this stage of the game, not so scary. And he is, of course, has picked up one level of Ion Shell. Looks like we're going to see an aggressive tri-lane coming from Team Liquid. So Korok and Darkseer are going to solo lane against each other. Two good solo laners solo laning against each other. It's really not going to be all that interesting. They both have things that make them run fast to escape. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of death down in that lane. Of course, aggressive tri-lane means that we hope to see quite a bit of death up here. No carries just sitting there free farming, which is always exciting. Chaos Knight missing a last hit there, but able to get the deny off on Anti-Mage. So Magnus is taking a lot of harass from this Tinker, and he's almost out of regen. Tinker still got all of his. That's looking good for him. That's awesome for Tinker. I'm going to keep the creep scores up because we care about that most at this stage of the game. And look at this. So Jakiro and Rubik are going to be able to do a lot of... Oh my god, they're going in on this Jakiro. But I don't know what they think they're doing. So between the Ice Path and the Telekinesis, it's going to be really difficult for Wisp and Chaos Knight to be doing much here in terms of kills. The Ice Path, of course, and Telekinesis also able to be used aggressively, so this seems like a pretty dangerous spot to be in. Interesting choice. They might be able to catch someone off guard and get enough stuns off on them and kill fast enough, but otherwise they're just kind of in a bad spot, I think. So Visage not really able to do anything but damage with his ability, whereas Jakiro and Rubik both have the ability to sort of trap somebody. So this seems a little dangerous and a little strange to me, but perhaps they'll make it work, and I look forward to seeing them make it work. Let's take a look at items. Nothing too exciting. Stout shields on both of those carries. I'm sure all the sports have things like regen wards, which is what they should have. And how are things going in the mid? Tinker already level 4, that's awesome for him. Magnus still level 3. Looks like Tinker's been giving him a hard time in the mid here. He's 15 and 7, and Magnus, well, 16 and 7 now. Magnus only 11 and 1. So of course it is going to be really hard to play Magnus mid against a Tinker, and you just have to put up with that. So Rotten doing the best he can. Tinker's going to be able to stack Ancients too while continuing to farm here. That's awesome for him. And harass the hell out of Magnus. At some point he'll be able to put a good nuke on him if he puts any points in that, but he looks like he's going to max March of the Machines early. In a lower skill pub game, I would not recommend that. Well, I wouldn't do it. Let me put it that way. I don't want to say what I recommend or not, because that makes it sound like I know what I'm doing. But he's going to farm his travel boots a lot faster than you are. I mean, unless you're wicked good, in which case, why are you watching a noob cast? Why? But if you're not wicked good, you're probably not going to get your travel boots that fast. So you don't really need your pushing abilities as much as you want your ganking abilities. Can be pretty useful and farm up a little faster if you're able to get the kills. And assuming you're not that awesome, not as awesome as Bulba here, then that means the people you're playing against are probably a little careless, and you can get off a nuke on them. They're gonna kill... Oh, Noya got killed up top. Yep, that sucks. Too busy watching this Tinker getting chased down and killed here. So I apologize for that. Did miss the first blood. And I think Darkseer went and got himself killed too? Or was he... He was the one that was...
Is under attack.
No. So, okay. So Anti-Mage died and Darkseer died in the bottom. And Tinker died in the mid. So, I'm sorry. I can only watch one thing at once. But I missed the one that was the first blood, so that's more sucky. In any case, let's see who got those.
Is under attack.
So, Visage got the first blood. I'm curious what he did with it. This is just so much money. It's like 500 gold. He's just holding on to it. He might get boots or something. We'll see. Tinker's still stacking like crazy, although he doesn't notice that there's a ward here. That should keep that from happening. Or at least from adding any more stacks. So I think what he might do, by the way, with this March of the Machine stuff, tower goes down. Chaos Knight, they're going in on Jakiro, and they got the stuns. Here we go. Visage putting that soul burn on him, and he'll get it, or soul assumption, or whatever the hell that's called. And Jakiro will get off his ice path, but not before he dies. So sucks to be him. And meanwhile, Windrunner in a little bit of trouble here. Darkseer is gonna send a creep surge after her. That's pretty cool. That's like high skill play right there. Surging a creep because you know it's going to follow them. And the pathing probably better than some player pathing. Not at this level, but you know what I'm saying. So what Tanker's probably going to do, by the way, is if you max up your March of the Machines and you have a huge stack of jungle creeps, if you put smoke on yourself, you can just go up to them and march, and they will get damaged, and they will eventually die if you keep doing that, and you can just sit there and they won't attack you. So it's a pretty neat thing to do. You can also stack this camp right here. You can run back, stack that, and keep stacking it, and then once you've hit level whatever and you decide you want to farm those up, then you can just put on a smoke and go ahead and march them to death, which gets you a lot of gold and XP. So it's a nice investment. I'm not exactly sure what the timing is to go stack, but you can try it in a practice lounge and figure it out. I think also there's a very nice video online about how to do that. There's probably more than one video, but there's one that I saw a while back. Thought it was pretty cool. Is he counting? Is he figuring out that they're not stacking? The ward will run out. See, look, he's marching them right now, and that's doing a lot of damage. So that's why he's leveling up March. Then he'll be able to get his levels and other things. So that's pretty cool. Go Tinker. I love Tinker. It's a fun hero. So, top getting pushed pretty good here by this Wisp, Chaos Knight, and Visage. So I guess the Soul Assumption is the one you want to max. Apparently. According to Liquid, according to Fluff, you should max that first, but get a point in your other stuff. I should try Visage after this, now that I've determined that I know nothing about him and how he works. Okay, Windrunner and Darkseer. People that have a hard time killing each other because they're both super fast. That might be good for chase though. That's something I hadn't considered. Duration 2.75. Surge lasts for 4.5, so it looks like Darkseer could probably have a better time getting away from the Windrunner. Looks like we've got a gank attempt coming here. Magnus coming in to bot, but I'd like to keep an eye on the top because I think they're hovering around this tower hoping to push it. Nope, let's watch this. Here comes Magnus coming in. Windrunner's gonna windrun away from her tower and then back, juking out of the skewer that Magnus is trying to do. And she does have those tranquil boots on her, so she'll be able to heal back up and be just fine. So nothing happening there, and Magnus sort of wasted his time going down there, and he knows that he's going top now, joining Anti-Mage, Jakiro, and Rubik. That set looks so strange. It's sort of glowing. It's kind of cool.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, so Darkseer down here taking some harass from Windrunner. His tranquils are on cooldown. And he keeps having to use that soul ring, which is keeping him so low on HP. Oh my god, Wisp and Chaos Knight coming in for the gank, and that was easy. That was way too easy. Of course, they'll be here for 6 more seconds, and then they get to go back top to wherever Wisp ported from. And I'd like to keep an eye on where that is. Here we are. So now they can go on Anti-Mage if they like. Of course, he's going to be too fast, even with the attempt to swap. No good. That's why Wisp is so awesome. Darkseer thought he was fine, but as long as Windrunner can see where he is and that he's damaged, they can just port in. And you want to use your port. You don't want to just leave it there thinking, oh, I might need it later. You use it because then it'll, you know, have time to reset the cooldown and all that. Oh, Anti-Mage. Oh no. Alright, so Tinker is gonna, I think, polish off. Oh, Wisp! Oh god, Wisp got the kill. That's awful. Tinker needs that money for his travel boots. Wisp! Mike, what are you doing? You're not supposed to get kills. Magnus invisible. He's gonna follow this, and he has his ulti, so if he can catch them too close together, he can do some pretty nasty damage. And they know he's there because damage is being done. And Liquid Fluff is not gonna make it. Got caught. A lot of kills this game. I like it. So much more fun when there are kills.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, let's go see what's happening bottom. It's like Windrunner is pushing a tower, Darkseer does not like this plan. Windrunner, you're taking a lot of damage. Oh shit! Windrunner, no! Should've wand. She can stun. I don't know, this doesn't look good for her. Really doesn't. Good, there's the help. Reinforcements from Tinker and a kill attempt will turn into a kill for Liquid. They are doing really well against this 3D Max team. Looks like they might continue in this lower bracket, maybe make it up into the finals from the lower bracket if they can continue to do so well here. Of course, this is just the first game. We'll have 1 or 2 more. And this game is not over yet. 3D Max possibly able to out late game Liquid. I'm not really sure about how Chaos Knight scales into the way late game, with or without Wisp. But more kills coming for him, so that's awesome. Magnus is not going to be able to do anything about this, and Chaos Knight is going to pick that up. So he's got his Helm of Iron Will up. He's going for his armlet, which is great for him. And he and Wisp will go back to farm top. Well, a little bit of push getting put on the mid tower from Windrunner. The TP in is going to get caught by Jakiro, but to no good effect. Tinker, of course, has his boots up now, so he's ready to start killing things. Oh my god. Chaos Knight, double kill. You got Darkseer and Anti-Mage. Of course, Tinker got the kill on that. But even so, and Rubik to the Windrunner. Oh my god. Guys, this does not look good for 3D Max. This looks... I mean, look at this. They've got 2 of their towers down. This tower is probably not long for this world. And are they gonna... they're gonna chase this Jakiro too? Oh my god. There goes the stun. There's nothing he can do! There's just nothing they can do. That's why stuns are so good, guys. Stuns are what win games. You can have all the team fight in the world, but if you're stunned and you can't do any of it, then you're just screwed. Wisp hanging out with Windrunner. That's interesting. Boost Chaos Knight. There you go. That extra attack speed. He's not overcharging, by the way. I'd probably... well, I don't know. Depends on the situation. But if you're attacking a tower and you're Wisp and you have enough mana, go ahead and overcharge your carry. Get them a little faster hits on that tower. I guess they probably weren't too worried about getting it down within a certain amount of time. So maybe not necessary, and Wisp would rather keep his mana, but overcharge is nice for attack speed. Windrunner has spied this Anti-Mage, and here comes Chaos Knight and Wisp again. Anti-Mage is screwed unless he can... yep, he's just screwed. And Chaos Knight and Wisp will be porting back. Oh, just Wisp. He is going to break that tether. And that was a weird way to break the tether. He can just press Q if he wants. He doesn't have to go very far away. Middle tower is down. Here comes the team fight. They're catching Fluff. Are they going to be able to finish him? Wisp is going to come in there. Oh, Wisp, you're dead. Wisp tether to Fluff, hoping to keep him alive, perhaps. And his little familiars are going to try to finish off this Magnus, but they probably aren't going to do enough damage. Darkseer, meanwhile, running this way, getting himself to a safe spot. But Wisp and Visage down. Magnus did end up getting killed, probably by Tinker or Chaos Knight. That would be Chaos Knight, getting more kills, owning more people, and he has his armlet up now. Windrunner, oh my god. Windrunner picks off Anti-Mage. That sucks for Anti-Mage. Oh, she has Orchid. So, Orchid is really awesome against Anti-Mage because not only does it cause him to take additional damage, but also he's silenced so he can't blink. And Anti-Mage probably depends on his blink. He sort of assumes that he can get away and might be a little bit more bold than he should be. But as soon as you've got him silenced, you're golden. Silence is golden. In this case. Darkseer trying to push back top is going to get found by Chaos Knight. Tries to surge away, but Chaos Knight does get the stun, and Wisp is going to come in and finish that kill. I don't know why Wisp. How many kills does this Wisp even have? Oh, and they're back! They're back for more! From where they ported out, Magnus was standing right there. Or no, they're porting in from there. Oh god, this is just bad for 3D Max. Wisp and Chaos Knight. What a combination.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I guess maybe there are some server problems. That seems to be, or at least they're asking about switching the server. Damn. And this has just been a bit of a stomp. It's kind of a bummer. 3D Max picked a very... the heroes that they picked are very... Oh my god, okay. Picking off Rubik with laser beams. Because he can do that. And this tower will go down, and please, I hope they just walk into the base and finish this, guys. To do anything less would be sort of taunting 3D Max, I think. Here we go. Going in, swaps for the kill on Magnus. Will get caught in the ice path, and getting a fair bit of damage put on Chaos Knight. But he can just keep swapping people and killing them, and Wisp, of course, can heal him. And he can armlet toggle and do all those nice things that he can do. And he's just swapping their team out one at a time and just killing them. This is disgusting. This is horrible. What happened? Yeah, GG. Yeah, get out of here, guys. This is just over, and yeah, it's just over. Wow. So, if you ever wondered what the deal with Wisp and Chaos Knight was, you just saw it. He can be all over the map, get all these kills, get all this stun, and I don't know about Bluff. Didn't really see anything crazy going on with that visage there. That was all Wisp and Chaos Knight. Windrunner got a few kills off too. And Tinker, of course, making himself quite useful to Liquid. I'm sure we'll see the Ancient fall down in a minute here. Although Magnus hasn't disconnected yet. Magnus, you're still in. Wisp DC'd already. He's walking back to the fountain. But if Magnus doesn't get out of here, there he goes. Magnus doesn't get out of here, then just trying to get some stuff for the fans. Here we go. A couple more kills coming. So, yeah. Any minute now, the Ancient will fall, and we will get on to the next game. There we go. Radiant victory. So Liquid, 26-4. Take a brief look at the items and who got the kills, but honestly, like, I'm not even sure what the point was. And I'm sorry, I didn't even check this stuff. Look at this. I mean, it never dipped, so I don't know what the point is. Anyway, so it looks like Chaos Knight 8-0-10, Windrunner 4-0-7. Even Wisp, you don't usually see these numbers on Wisp, 5-1-10. So they just straight out stomped them. There's nothing interesting to see here. Alright, on to the next game. Hope you guys enjoyed this first one. A stomp. Let's see if 3D Max can pull themselves together and get a victory in the second game. Alright, this was Feeder, and I hope